Okay. We will just pick Marcos at his place and bring him to this. We are in the same room now, so for one time we can do it at the same time,
Yes.
the same
Now,
place.
can you hear me or not?
Oh
Hello?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
now we're good. Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. Okay, I was saying I will try to be brief because I'm at Crecimiento. It's a bit loud. Yes, there's some noise over here. And I don't want to bother the rest of the people. So, yes, this week, first, we have been working with this. Oh, I see Shinde over there. But, yes. Wait a minute because Shin is looking for me.
Sorry. This is a very
Okay,
this is
yes, I was saying we have been working with this company from Argentina that we can mention their name, but they are going to sell our services in Argentina. We have been working in some slides and how we are going to work or to sell our services to the rest of the companies. Federico was yesterday there. Maybe later he can mention something about this. But well, besides that, we're still working with other government entities. Mendoza, we have been talking this week. Junin, they told us, I already mentioned that the consumer protection team of Junin wants to use Kleros. And well, we just met one of the guys who told us that they advanced a lot during this week. So they already like signed the document. It's like something similar to what we did in Mendoza, but now it's directly with consumer protection of Junin. So again, this document is almost signed, and after that, we are going to maybe some cases to our courts. And then we have some talks with different Web3 projects this week. First of all, with El Dorado, there is a P2P Web3 project that wants to use Squares for dispute resolution. And then we have another project called Suku, that is another Web3 prediction market that wants to use reality. It's something similar to Prode, of course. Like they are making some innovations, and well, yes, we will have more information soon in the next weeks. But yes, that's the most important thing. Those are the most important things from the BD team, at least from my side this week.
Thank you, Marcos. Yeah, we are speaking with a bunch of different projects, and we are getting lots of inbound. People interested in implementing Kleros. Actually, there is an insurance company from European country that is we are starting to discuss, and as you know, we are already starting to work with a company of insurance in Mexico. We cannot really say much the name publicly. It's not a secret that if you check into past calls or you check into our Telegram, maybe you will find the name. But I mean, we are not supposed to mention this much publicly, but it's not a secret. And then so as well as people see this working in real cases, then other companies will want the same service. So it's great, and this made me very happy because we were contacted. I mean, it was not an outbound thing that we offered the service. It was someone coming to us to ask how they can implement that process in their company. So this is, I mean, when people say that we don't do marketing, is having people coming to you from important companies asking for your services. I mean, that is some success story of marketing, even if it's not the type of marketing that some people are used in the crypto industry. So that made me very happy this week, and we are moving forward with that conversation. And okay, so we spoke a bit about government, we spoke a bit about insurance companies. We also are targeting currently like fintech companies. One of the first, actually the first use case that got some traction from real life for Kleros was the Lemon use case, where Kleros resolves disputes between users and the company. And this is something that is currently working, and this is something we want to expand, and this is something we are collaborating with a very, very important software company from Argentina and the world, because it's a multinational now. where they are starting to distribute the Kleros product to their customers in the field of insurance, in the field of travel, and in the field of also finance and fintech. Fintech is the vertical where we are getting first to start with. So this is super interesting. As I always say, these type of use cases are they take time because you have to do the business development, you have to explain how it works, you have to implement. But now the type of discussions we are having is that assuming we started working with one of these big companies, I mean, how many cases Kleros can handle per day, per week, per month? What is the resolution time? We have a discussion in particular with a government, and then they want to push a narrative where I think Kleros can at some point help is called like justice in one day. Imagine you present your case in the morning and you have your decision done by the end of the day. I mean, and then how many people this will help in not having to go through very long court processes with all the time, the frustration that is been. So if we can, I mean, build something like that, which delivers a good decision, through a combination of AIs, through a combination, maybe also prediction markets. We are experimenting with the use of prediction markets for resolving disputes. So this could be potentially a really great thing and a really great narrative to push because I mean people will remember justice in one.
Yeah, and usually when you have a dispute and there's money involved, there's capital in there, and then there are people that can be very price sensitive, and if you get a result in 2 months, maybe that's your salary there got stuck, maybe it's a payment, and that is not that is not a solution that people want, right? Like so, resolving fast and can really get this benefit to the end user.
Yeah, and for this to happen, we are relying, as I said, a bit on AI. Maybe you can explain a bit, Jim, about the AI course and how this is working and your experience, by building judges, but
Yeah. So we created the automated curation court, I think 1 month ago or a couple of weeks ago, and we had the first cases. They were cases about controversial situations in football, where the arbiter took a decision, and then people discussed that. So I wanted to create cases that people that the response that the result was not very clear, that you could argue on both sides. And so I created, I think, three, 4 or 5 cases now, and I got picked cases. And the way I use the AI in these cases is that I created a prompt that instructs the model to check the relevant details, so the case details, the dispute policy, the votes, the options that they have. I instructed it to look up the internet and search, do their own research, and it's very similar to what a human will do, because if you are a Kleros juror, you also check all the details and do your research, right? And I run that with Claude. There's a version on desktop that allows you to add plugins. And one of the plugins, for example, is sequential thinking. So it breaks down a task on multiple steps. And this sometimes adds complexity to the situation and like allows it to think on more ways about the case. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting to check these cases. I also included on my vote justification a link where you can see what was the thought process, let's say, of Claude on these cases. So you can also understand how complex these cases can get. So and the other jurors, one of them used DeepSeek and also had very good responses. And now I think we are on a moment where we can think of other use cases that might be interesting to solve with these tools. So maybe content moderation, or maybe even simple cases like from the Kleros, or that would go to Kleros escrow. Maybe we could try to check how these jurors, these automated jurors can respond. And of course, there will be some limits to it, but the coolest thing is that since these are all Kleros cases, you can always appeal the case. There's always an incentive to have to check the result of these cases. And when in this situation, the AI automated court is on a sub court. So if it gets appealed, it goes to the upper court, the higher court, which is the curation court. There is parameterized for humans. So it's very likely that then the case will be reviewed by humans, and then if there was an error with the AI agents or the AI tools, for example, with hallucination, because it's still very common and it's unlikely that it will be solved completely. So even if there was an issue with one of the AIs, let's say two of the AIs that were jurors, there's still an instance where the human can correct that.
Yeah, and this is going to be very useful for courts where we want like decisions to be made in a very short time frame. You need sometimes in esports, you need a decision made about some tournament game in like 5 minutes because they need to continue the game. So you cannot take like days, weeks. So this automated court is going to be at least the first instance to resolve a lot of cases that need to be resolved very, very fast, and also very cheap because bots. I mean, they work for little money, you know.
Yeah. Imagine if you have like a ChatGPT subscription that's $20 a month, and you can send hundreds of cases. And you can query OpenAI or Anthropic or wherever for cents. So
Yeah.
You can do a lot with these models.
You can have like tons of agents working for you and making money for you, resolving cases. I mean, if they are coherent, then if they are not coherent, well, it's your fault because you programmed them wrong. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that is something that we are working on a lot. I mean, I'm speaking also a lot about this. I spoke yesterday at an event, a webinar at the Manchester University. I mean, for commercial arbitration, discussing the future of commercial arbitration with some very high-level people. We have a lot of success in the UK lately. We, as you know, have university to fund a computer science student in Oxford. We are looking for that person. We are collaborating with Manchester University. We are organizing next month 2 events at King's College London. One about building legal tech companies. I'm going to go to London. Feel free to go. And then on April 24, conference about mechanism design in decentralized justice. So all of the work that William does of incentive design and game theory and all that. So that is also a really cool thing to go if you happen to be in London.
With great invitees, right? Great guest speakers.
Colin Rule, Glenn Weil, bunch of professors from different universities doing research on peer prediction. There's going to be people from Oxford. Paul Goldberg is going to be there, the professor who is hosting the PhD student. We are sponsoring together. So if you're in London, you're interested in this blockchain legal tech. I mean, definitely this is your thing. And then I guess that's it for today. And then I was in Mendoza. I mentioned already I was in Mendoza. I met with Mike from OpenVino, one of the really real-world cases for curation. Oh, by the way, Fortunato, if you fixed your thing, you can mention a bit about the curation, or can you put it on or no? If it doesn't work, it's fine. No?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay, thank you, Federico. Yeah, sorry, earlier I had some problems with my connection. Anyways, about curation, first of all, I want to say that the using the AI and the automation court is really something extremely exciting. The possibility of solving cases even in less than 3 days, just in one day, it's really something that can be game changing. On the curation, there is something that I would like to share is as we usually do since 1 year and more, we renew an incentive program for curation where we reward submission on a specific chain for specific registries, token, contract domain names, and address tags. And starting from next month, we will have a major new entry amongst the rewardable chains, which will be Solana. We decided to add this new chain to the reward pool for two main reasons. The first one, because in recent times, Solana has been quite loud for both positive and negative news, the rising of meme coins and so on. So our service of curation can be extremely useful for Solana ecosystem to create a safer and better environment. And the other reasons why we decided... What? Sorry.
Yeah, continue. I mean, a safer meme coin ecosystem.
Exactly, exactly. It's only safe meme coins. And the other reason is that one of our partners, MetaMask, is integrating Solana in their wallet. So as you know, we already partner since long time with MetaMask, showing insights from Kleros curated registries. So when they will launch this integration, which for the moment is scheduled for May, you will already be able to see information and insights from Kleros Curate. And next week we will share more technical information with a dedicated blog post, and we will keep you updated on this.
Awesome. Thank you for Donato. William is not here because he's on vacation. He's traveling in a train in the middle of the Canadian, fields in Saskatchewan now. So he will be for sure next week again. Anything else?
I think we also can talk a little bit that the new version of the site is very advanced. I think it's probably already ready, but we are doing the last revisions. So it will be launched probably the next 2 weeks.
2 more weeks for the new version of yeah.
And also the team has been working on voting. How can I say that? Voting on scalar questions. So voting on when the answer is a number. This is something that we already talked on a couple of calls, but it might be very useful in the future when the jurors are expected to vote, for example, the number of a refund that should be made, or the payouts for an insurance clause or something like that. Well, the team is working on this because in this situation for, I think, prediction market disputes, but on V1, but our learnings will also apply to V2. And there's also some work being done on reality.eth that some applications that use Kleros use. And also there's a new, there will be support for Kleros SafeSnap module on base. Also, it's being reviewed, but it's already proposed. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it for today. So thank you for listening to Kleros Radio.
Yes, we'll send a photo so you can see where we are.
We take a selfie with Jean here, and we will put it there.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, guys, thank you for coming, and see you next Monday for the community call in Spanish if you want to do it in Spanish, or next Wednesday for the community call in English. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.